Hello everyone. So previously we had discussed on the topic, this one, what do we call? Polymorphism actually. Yep. So today we'll be discussing on the last, this one pillar in the OOPS concepts actually. We are discussing the four pillars in the OOPS, right? So the last pillar is nothing but the inheritance. Yep. So what does the definition part say here? Inheritance is an object-oriented programming concept where one class, nothing but where one class, see here, child or the subclass actually acquires the properties and behaviors of another class, right? So where one class, nothing but the child or the subclass acquires the properties and behaviors of the other class, nothing but parent or the superclass. It acquires the properties of the parent or the superclass, right? Nothing but the another class. So let's move on with the explanation part here. Inheritance allows code reusability by letting a child class reuse the fields and methods of a parent class, right? So this part is very important. Just listen to this carefully. Inheritance, what it does, it allows code reusability by letting a child class reuse fields and methods of a parent class, right? It inheritance allows code reusability by letting a child class reuse fields and methods of a parent class. So it also helps in establishing a logical relationship between the classes and supports the method overriding. What it does, it also helps in establishing a logical relationship between the classes and supports the method overriding. Right. So let's try to understand the same thing with a very simple example, man. Yeah. So I'll just go with very simple example. Yep. So first, let me go with a class animal, which is the parent class actually. And let me go with the parent class variable. So I'll just go with the name here, right? So this is fine. So 1 second, has to be string actually. So this is fine. Next, what we'll be doing? Let's go with a one method actually. Animals. I'll just go with the eat actually. Yep. So this is fine. Yeah, this is the parent class method, right? So I'll just keep here in this case. Let me go with system out println here. Mm, I'll just go with animal is eating. So this is fine. Yeah. Next, what I'll do. So let's go with the subclass actually dog. Yeah, I'll just go with dog. Extends the which extends the parent class, nothing but the animal here. Right. So here, mm, yeah. First, let me. So this is the child class method, right? So I'll just go with void bark. Bark is nothing but the child class method actually. So this is fine. Let me give something like dog is barking actually. Yeah, I'll just go with system out println dog is barking actually. Yep, so this is fine. Yeah, this is fine actually. Yep, the same thing. Let me do it for the. Mm, yeah, this is it actually. Basically, if I don't want to use another one, so this is it actually. So inheritance, what it does, it is an object-oriented programming concept where one class acquires the properties and behavior of the other class. So that is what this one. So that is what we are doing with the within the dog class. Actually, dog is a subclass which is trying to inherit the properties of the animal. See, so I'll just go with a simple example here. So I'll just come here. Let me paste it over here, right? So within the main method, first we are creating the object of the child class, nothing but the dog is the child class here. Animal is the parent class, right? Dog, it is extending the animal, nothing but the parent class actually. So we have successfully created the object of the child class. Then we are accessing the parent class variable using the child object. See here, d dot name equals buddy. So the name we are trying to access the variable name. See variable name. Uh, Within the this one, what do we call, we are trying to access the parent class variable name using the child object actually, using the child object, nothing but d here, this one, uh, d dot name, we have set this one to the buddy, and then we are just calling the parent class as well as the child class method d dot eat and this one d dot bark, right? So what is the output that we need to get here? The output we need to get here is animal is eating, dog is barking actually, right? So let's try to run the code here. So we are getting the correct output. Animal is eating, dog is barking. So what is happening here? Let me explain this one step by step. First, we 1 second. Yeah, I'll just go with the same thing. actually. First, what we're doing, dog d is equal to new dog. This one, right? So we are creating the object of the child class, right? A dog object, a dog object is created here. Since dog extends the animal, it automatically gets the access to the animal properties, right? So again, uh, a dog object is created here. Since dog extends the animal, nothing but the parent class, it automatically gets the access to the animal properties. Next, let's move on with the step two. Nothing but we are going with the d dot name equals buddy here. This part I'm speaking of. Yep. So here name belongs to the animal. See here, string name, right? So name which is of the time name which is of the type string within the parent class animal, right? So name belongs to the animal, but it is accessed using the dog object. But it is accessed using the dog object. So this basically um, this primarily proves inheritance of the data members, right? So then we are going with a d dot eat, and next we are going with a this one. What do we call? D dot eat and D dot bark actually, right? So D dot eat method is defined in the animal. It is called using dog object due to the inheritance, and D dot bark is specific to the dog and it executes normally, right? So this is the simple example for the inheritance actually, right? This is the simple example for the inheritance, right? So this is fine, I believe. So this is it for the inheritance one. Now let's do one thing. Let's go or let's discuss some of the real world applications of the inheritance. So we use this one on the vehicle system. See, vehicle systems, when I say vehicle system, see, vehicle consists of the car, bike, or the truck, right? Car, bike, or the truck. Uh, car, bike, or truck, basically, right? Classes actually, which can inherit, which inherits the main, this one, what do we call? Main class vehicle. Yeah, that by this way, uh, we can just make use of the inheritance within the vehicle system. See, in the employee management system as well, right? Employee management, see, employee might be the parent class actually, which can inherit manager, developer, or the tester actually. These things. Yep. So then banking applications as well. See, banking applications. So here account might be the this one. What do we call? Parent class, which basically inherits savings account. It can consist of the savings account and current account. So we can make use of the this one, savings account and current account can make use of the account, right? So then it is used in the gaming system as well. See here, character consists of the player and enemy as well as the boss, right? Final boss if you have played some video games, right? So here player consists of the different character, enemies of the different character, and bosses of the different character, right? So it can inherit the properties of different characters, right? So this is fine. Next, finally, the UI frameworks, right? When I say UI frameworks, so component consists of the button, text field, checkbox, etc. Right? So it is the component itself, but different components. Button inherits the this one component. Then text field is also one of the component. Checkbox is also one of the components, right? So this is how we will be making use of the inheritance within the uh, different applications actually, right? So these are some of the real world applications of the inheritance, right? Basically vehicle system, employee management, banking applications, gaming systems, as well as the UI frameworks, right? So this is it for the inheritance. So let's come to the final part, nothing but the complexity, right? So what would be the time complexity for the code that we have written? Time complexity would lead to big of 1. And what would be the space complexity here? Space complexity would lead to big of 1 as well. So time complexity is big of 1 because method calls in inheritance work like the normal method calls, and it takes only the constant time. Just remember this. Yep, overall time complexity would lead to big of 1. The space complexity here would lead to big of 1 as well because no extra memory is being used here, right? No extra memory is being used here except the inherited variables that is already allowed and allocated in the object, right? So these are some of the real world applications, and this is the this one time complexity and the space complexity for the code that we have written. So yeah, so this is it for the inheritance topic. Yeah, this is it for the inheritance topic, right? So we are done with the 4 pillars, discussing about the 4 pillars actually, encapsulation, mainly encapsulation, then comes the abstraction, then comes the polymorphism, and finally, just now we discussed on the topic inheritance. These are the four pillars and the OOPS concepts actually in the Java. So we have already discussed this one in the Python as well as the JavaScript actually. I just wanted to revise this one entirely, the Java, as I'm giving interviews mainly this one using the programming language Java, right? So I have done CP in the Java itself. So I have been solving the problems in the Java. First, I used to solve using the JavaScript actually, and CP I used to do it in the Node. Now I have been mainly doing from the past 2 years actually. I have been doing mainly in the this one Java itself. Yep, I have been doing mainly in the Java, right? So, yep, I'm just revising actually. We are done with the solid principles. We are done with the four pillars and OOPS as well. Next, we will be discussing the 10, this one important design patterns actually that is required for the system design. As we are solving the LLD problems, so the most used design patterns actually we'll be discussing on that actually, whether it may be singleton pattern, whether it may be factory pattern, observer, command, state, facade pattern, etc. Right? So we will be discussing the 10 most used design patterns in the system design actually, which is very important as we are solving the LLD problems parallelly, right? Parallel to this, we are solving the LLD problems as well, right? Every day. So we are solving this one, two problems actually. Yeah. Every day I'm solving two problems. So discussing about the design patterns is very important as well. So we have discussed if you are going with a Python or the JavaScript programming language, so you can see we have already discussed the different design patterns. So for the Java also, we'll be discussing around 10 very important design patterns. Yep. So this is fine. Let's finish this one with a uh, yeah, let's finish this one with the inheritance topic. Yep, this is the last pillar in the oops actually. Yep. For now, this is it. Thanks for watching, guys.